So, what's up? You guys want to buy some heroin?
Yeah.
And
Yep.
welcome to the MSDF LiveCast episode 4.0, Too Soon. I am hung like a zombie.
I'm Pervy Fat Man.
Harumi Nui. 12.
And this is Phoenix Otaku. Today we are coming to you live from PitCon 2014.
Does that mean the ball pit?
Ball pit.
Special breaking announcement. The MSDF will be going to DashCon 2015 and getting an extra hour in the ball pit.
Don't get people's hopes up.
Oh, fuck.
You know what's funny is that actually got recorded when Derek... Welcome to the MSDF LiveCast episode 4.0, Too Soon. I am hung like a zombie. Why is that playing like that?
Because obviously somebody's watching the video.
Oh, wait a minute, I am? Oh yeah, that's right, I am.
You son of a bitch!
Boy.
Alright, sorry about that, guys.
Might as well keep it.
But anyway, guys, what's been going on over these past few days?
Work, and more work.
Bitch, please. I do more than you.
Been keeping up with the anime lately since my phone been gone. It comes back in Wednesday. I'm happy about that. Thank God.
Then with me, it's pretty much been work and then starting my new podcast.
And for me, it's been pretty much I have been watching Bakuman, if any of y'all know what that is or not. It's by the creators of Death Note and all that stuff, and it's about how these two friends meet up in school and how they want to become a manga artist and a manga author and all that good old stuff. And I'm already on season 3. I'm on episode 19, I believe, and I've marathoned the whole show within the past, I think, like 2 days or so. And it's been a really freaking great series so far. So then what about you, Nui?
I've been catching up on anime except for Royal Wars because fucking the site I'm going on has been a douchebag and letting me download it lately. But yeah.
So you haven't been watching you haven't watched the new episode of Old Noah Zero?
Oh yeah, I do. I caught up on everything else. I have.
Dude,
Shit's
that
like-
episode was pretty damn good.
Yeah, shit's getting crazy in there. I'm like, holy prayers.
It's starting to get about as crazy as a Gundam series almost. Well, I mean, it's been pretty dark for the last couple episodes, so I mean, if anything, it's starting to look a little bit like,
Gundam Seed Destiny.
yeah, Destiny in a sense.
I was about to say this pretty fucking dark right there.
Except Al Noah Zero is through 4 episodes probably better.
Except that there's no pity sex.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, that one kid seems to have a hard-on for the princess.
I don't know. He doesn't give up a fucking presence that he does.
Oh, and he did pop a cap in that one guy multiple times.
Anyway, guys, let's go on here and get into our top 10. And for this week, our top 10 will be our top 10 Tsundere characters in anime. And what do you call it? With my top 10, what will my top 10 be? What will it be? My number 10 is Ryoko Okami from Okami-san. And
Bitch.
and what do you call it? I'll just say this is that she looks like Taiga grown up, and her attitude is just as fierce as it was in Toradora. And and overall, man, the show is pretty good. I'm definitely give it a watch, and that's my number 10. And on to Nui's number 10. Or no, well, I forgot. He only has 3 so far. Sorry about that. So on to Pervy's.
My number 10, it's from a little series that got picked up by NIS America. Yuri Yuri. It's Ayano, the school, the class president, or the student council president. I could tell right off the bat that she was definitely a tsundere because of, you know, she has a crush on Toshino Kyoko, and she acts soon around her. She yells at her, but then like when she gets complimented by her, she just goes all quiet and blushes. So if that's not if that's not tsundere, I don't know what is. And on to Phoenix Otaku with his number 10.
So, my number 10 is from a series from last season, the spring season. Even though the show wasn't one of my favorites, this was still one of the best characters in it, and it is Senna from Mangaka-san to Assistant-san. And I'm not really going to get into why they're my favorites until I get closer to the top 5. So with that, on to Zombie.
Alright, and my number 9 would be... Let me see here. My number 9 would be Mio Itsuruga, and she is from the show of MM, if anybody has seen that. She is a sadist. And she's soon. And what can I say much about her is that she is a loose cannon, and she loves to carry around that silver bat. But you see her eventually start to fall for the main guy. And it's pretty much almost like every other soon pretty much. They start to fall for him, and then finally they crack, and then you see all the goodness that comes out of her. And she's a pretty cool character. And that's my number 9, and on to Parvi's number 9.
My number 9 is one of the many Rie Kugamiya anime on my list. One that actually I didn't really enjoy too much, Shana from Shakugan no Shana. Now, from what I remember of season 1, she didn't show it off too much, but she was definitely tsundere in that show. Not more so than some of her other roles that I'll be talking about here later, but she was definitely building herself as a tsundere in a magical kind of show. So that's pretty much it. On to Phoenix Otaku.
So keeping with the trend of newer tsundere, my number 9 is from probably my favorite show from this season, and that is number 9, Main from Akame ga Kill. Now, just because of the fact that where I'm at in the manga, haven't got to see that much of her, but she does have the potential to enter the top 5 on this list once we actually truly get to meet her and see truly what she's about. So number 9 for me is Main from Akame ga Kill. On to Zombie.
Well, you know what they say when they're dead.
Right? We're gonna be okay. I guess we'll go ahead and skip. I guess on to my number 8.
Your mic's not working.
Oh, never mind.
Oh, wait a minute. Here. Okay. There we go. Sorry about that, guys. Anyway, my number 8 is Nobuna Oda from Nobunaga. Or not Nobunaga, but from the animation of Nobuda, which came out in 2012. Pretty much the female version of Nobuna from the Japanese famous like culture from back in the day and all that good old stuff. A good show. She's a pretty good character, and or you know immediately from episode 1 that she has a really kind heart, but she has to put up this big facade. Otherwise, she'll start to lose some of her respect from her friends or other partners in the actual show. So she's all around a good Tsun. And on to Pervy's number 7?
8.
8.
Oh yeah, 8. Sorry about that.
My number 8 is actually from a more recent anime. She seems to have a lot of support for Chitoge from Nisekoi. I have to admit, that is definitely a Tsundere if I've ever seen one. She always likes to get violent, but she still has a thing for Raku, which is surprising because Raku's a dumbass.
You mean like every MC ever in like these shows?
Yeah, sort of. But yeah, she's violent when she gets angry and hits Raku, but on the other side, she just wants to find out if she's the one girl that has the key to his heart. But yeah, on to Phoenix Otaku with his number 8.
With my number 8, I'm going with Kagami from Lucky Star. Just truly don't know what to say about her that actually makes her one of my favorites. It's one of those unexplainable things, but number 8 for me is Kagami from Lucky Star, even though her sister is completely better than her. And on to Zombie.
And my number 7 is Eri from School Rumble. And for y'all who haven't seen School Rumble, I'm going to finish listening to this, then go watch it. Eri is a great character in School Rumble. What happened?
Shame on them for not seeing School Rumble.
What'd you say? Oh yeah, I agree. It's like literally like one of the funniest animes you'll ever watch. But Eri's a really good supporting character in there. Plus she's blonde, which is always gives her the nice impression of being like American or something like that. Plus she really hates people that screw up her hair and all that stuff. And she kind of has a thing for Harima. And overall, I really liked her a lot. Anyway, check out School Rumble. But first, we're gonna move on to Pervy's number 7.
My number 7 is Usami from Mayo Chiki, also aka known as Usagi because Suzuki likes to piss her off a lot. Usami, little purple-haired, flat-chested girl. She is definitely tsundere, but you could see it that she definitely had a thing for Kinjiro, both in the show and the actual manga. More so in the manga, which is very surprising. But though she still has those tsundere tendencies to where she'll, bop him on the head or do something to, strike the main character like all tsunderes do. But then, later on she'll just become, all the shy, quiet girl. But Usami at number 7, on to Phoenix Otaku.
With my number 7, going with Mikoto from a certain series, whichever one you prefer. With me, it was Railgun. But how could you not forget the woman that you have 2 figures of already and planning on buying more? So number 7 for me is Mikoto from a certain series, and on to Zombie.
Actually, before we move on to Zombie, just want to make a mention of that. Mikoto is apparently Jacob from Faku's waifu.
Holy shit.
And I don't give a fuck.
And with that word, my number 6 is Kaname Chidori from Fullmetal Panic. And boy, now I'll say this is that when I first watched this show and I saw her, I thought she was a complete bitch, and she was self-centered and everything. For the most part, she still acts like that sometimes, but she really has a thing for Sosuke, and she really, would really give her life for him, as we've seen in the actual show itself, to where she's all like, "No, you're gonna, like be here with me. You're gonna protect me, so I'll take care of you." And might I add, the one haircut, I forgot if it's in TSR or the very first show. But that whole thing to where she's like cutting his hair is almost like a sex scene from that one movie with with crap, I forgot his name. The one guy in taking Parallel 1, 2, 3. I forgot his name.
Denzel Washington.
Like John. No, like it's John Travolta.
Oh.
That one movie to where like he's like an angel and all that stuff. Well, anyway.
Pretty much you said it.
All right. So anyway, point being, she's a really good Tsun. Anyway, that's my number 6, and on to Pervy's number 6.
My number 6 is another Rie Kugamiya anime. Lotte from Lotte no Omocha. I know a lot of people don't like this show because specifically of this character, but she lives up to the stereotypical Tsundere Rie Kugamiya character. She's blonde-haired, she's blue-eyed if I remember, she might be black, might have black eyes, I don't remember. She's flat-chested, she has a bad temper, she's a leader of a kingdom. I mean, what's not Tsundere here? And then, again, like I said before, she also developed kind of a crush on the main guy, which didn't seem like the main guy was all too interested in. So, but my number 6, Lotte from Lotte no Omocha, on to Phoenix Otaku.
So number 6 for me, and speaking of Rie Kugamiya, number 6 is Luis from Familiar as Zero. And one of those that I really can't explain why I like her. So number 6 for me, Luis. And on to Zombies top 5.
The top 5.
All right.
Anyway, my number 5th spot goes to Asuka from Evangelion. And I'm pretty sure a lot of people that watch this will more than likely have seen Eva and know who Asuka is. I don't really think there's really any kind of like explaining for her that I really need to do. I mean, truthfully, to be honest.
I can make the explanation when I get to her.
Okay, well then I'll leave that one to you. Anyway, that's my number 5, and on to Pervy's number 5.
My number 5 is yet another Rie Kugamiya series. Is Hiden no Aria, or Aria from Hiden no Aria. Short, pink-haired, violent-tempered, flat-chested. Yet another fitting role for Miss Kugamiya. What else can I say? I mean, she's a violent-tempered, beats the crap out of her, well, I guess her partner / boyfriend. Well, at the end of the series, but whatever. Because he has a childhood friend, and he gets too fresh with her. She beats the crap out of him because she likes him, and that whole love triangle thing. But yeah, my number 5, Aria from Hiden no Aria.
So, my number 5, the only idol to make this list, and it's Yori from Idolmaster. Just from introducing her in the Idolmaster to how she's pretty much a new age, I want to say Taiga, but a little bit calmer. She's not going to sneak into your room and try and kill you with a wooden sword. At least we haven't seen it yet. But number 5 is just the idol herself, Lori from The Idolmaster.
Ria Kugamiya also voicing her, so she's gracing this list a lot.
Completely forgot about that.
Zombies number 4.
And my number 4 is Chitoge from Nisekoi. And pretty much what Pervy here has said. She's well, there's nothing really else to explain, Pervy. You pretty much said it quite well when you described her. She's very she likes to punch people a lot.
It's that gorilla strength of hers.
Yeah, it's that gorilla strength. She has all the gorilla strength. She beats on Raku all the time, but he still, puts out his hand. And I think that's the one thing that she likes a lot, is that even though she has these tendencies, she really sees that Raku cares for her at times, and that's when she I think that's when she shines the most, especially. And that's my number 4, and on to Pervy's number 4.
My number 4. Not only is she my number 4 in this top 10 student list, but she's my number 1 in the top 10 pirate list. Asuka from Evangelion. What else is there to say about her? There's times where she has a bad temper. She doesn't like Shinji, but to be honest, who does?
Hey, my daddy.
She beats on him whenever she has the chance, But she also has kind of a soft side for him, which is not sure if that's good taste in men or not for her.
Well, like personally, I think it's just because Shinji has a ball pit.
Shinji was at DashCon this year, so he claimed that ball pit pretty well.
Yep.
But yeah, though I mean, I don't know if it has anything to play into that she's German and has that bad temper or not, but she's definitely almost kind of the queen of Tsundere. Like, though not really the queen, but if you mention Tsundere, someone's always going to mention Asuka. And that's why she's at my number 4.
So, number 4 for me, making it 3 in a row for Rei Kugamiya, the unofficial Tsundere queen, the palm top tiger, Taiga from Toradora. Now, she may be my second favorite character from that show, and I'm one of the few that will say that Minoren is better. But as a Tsun, she is almost perfect. Like I mentioned earlier, walking in to your house in the middle of the night to kill you for seeing a letter that you're not supposed to see, and being a ditz for forgetting to actually put the letter in it, and putting it in the wrong bag for one. Just a lot of things make her perfect, but there are 3 women that are, well, there are 3 Tsundere that are better than her, but number 4 for me, the number 1 Rei Kugamiya character, Palm Top Tiger, Taiga, on the zombie.
And for the top 3, my top 3 is Louise from Zero no Tsukeme. And how should I say this? She reminds me so much of Taiga. It's not even funny. I mean, like, when she goes off, man, she goes off like a bomb. And she just
putting it lightly.
Yeah. And she just, and she's a really big masochist. Or not masochist, but sadist. Sorry about that.
Damn.
And she loves to just beat the ever living shit out of what's his name? I can't remember his name. Yeah, Saito. But underneath all that meanness and quote unquote like gorilla rage, she's when you see her really start to care for Saito and start to fall for him, it I mean, you just want to grab your heart and just Anima, and that's one of the reasons why she's in my top 3. And for that, that's it for me for my third one, and on to Pervy's number 3. Or no,
You're
not
skipping for one.
right, exactly. I skipped Derek because Derek only had 3. So on to Newey's top 3, or his number 3.
Well, my number 3 is what you kind of just said earlier, where I just made a comment about it earlier. Ryoko Okami. Can say more that she does remind me of Taiga, which I need to go back and watch that series. I don't fucking remember for dear life. But yeah, she does open up to the one guy because he just, it pretty much when he puts his ass on the line and it gets that other living shit beat out of him, like that one guy in Mad Bull, whatever.
Yeah, representing some Mad Bull on here.
Yeah, you know that scene. I think it was episode 2 where he got this fucking other shit beat out of him.
No, man, that was 3, man, when he got the ever living shit beat out of him.
Are you sure?
Oh, no, yeah, I think it was 2. But anyway, besides the point, go on.
Yeah, he finally stands up for her and all this, even though, blah, 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 because this dude had a crush on her since fucking day one. But, of course, he had that one complexion where everybody, the ability to be invisible to everyone.
Oh, so he's like Kuroko from Kuroko no Basket.
Yes. That would be my number 3. Next, you.
The Flash.
But my number 3, getting into my top 3,
Dix.
one that I'm very surprised no one else has had on here yet. Kirino from Orimo. I mean, Ayane Taketsu, man. What the this she is the very embodiment of little sister Tsundere. It's ridiculous how much she is a Tsundere because, she hates her brother constantly, but underneath all of it, she just wants to, be that little sister to him, and she doesn't want to show it because she's afraid that it'll make her look unpopular with all her friends because, she's supposed to be the cool girl in class. And plus it came down to that troll ending in season 2, but
Oh, man, that was a great ending. That was such a good ending.
Troll-la-la.
Yeah, Kirino is my number 3, and that's because that's the third best Tsundere I think I've seen from an anime.
So my number 3 is Eddie from School Rumble. First off, she came along in a period where I was actually obsessed with blonde-haired characters in anime. So, and just all around a great tsundere. Especially in season 2 when you start to see the development of relationship between her and Harima.
Development.
No. But she's the classic rich girl who really never cooks. She can be loving when she wants to.
One thing, too, is that she has that Oji-sama laugh, too.
Yeah. But just words cannot describe what makes her a top 3 besides for what I just said. So number 3 is Eddie from School Rumble.
And my second favorite Tsun is Pervy's number 3, which is Kirino from Orimo.
Oh, there we go.
And pretty much what Pervy had said here. There's no need for me to explain it because pretty much what he said is pretty much what she described. And she is just fucking awesome. I mean, I love her. I mean, like, there's Tsuns that go like 100% Tsun, and I do not care for that. But Kirino is the one that goes like 75% and almost reaches to 100%. And it's just awesome to see that twin. So he can be just a total almost cunt. Pardon my language, but it's true. And then she'll be just super adorable toward her brother. Anyway, number 2 for me, and on to Derek's number, or not Derek. On to Newey's number 2.
See, man, if we're trying to rob a fucking bank and we do this shit, I know I'm gonna be called out like, motherfucker, you're not supposed to say the name, the code names.
What are we playing Payday here? Let's get on with the list.
I know. All right, my second one.
If we're playing Payday, I want to be James.
Okay, I'll be fucking honest with you. I am playing fucking Payday right now.
I'm sorry. That's just funny. It's like, hey, Derek, man, make sure the bills ain't checked. Man, nigga, man, don't say my name.
All right. Here's my second one. A Fate character from the Fate series, Ren Tosaka.
Jacob's other waifu, Jesus.
Fuck you, Jacob. I'm starting a war now.
We will fight for the waifus.
Oh, I am fighting one with Timmy right now. Don't get me started.
Waifu war.
Ooh, she's staring at me right now. But yeah, Ren Tosaka.
Like the next reality TV show on like history or something.
No, it's a sci-fi channel. Get it right.
I got a fucking doc here, and you guys are fucking popping shit up left and right. So yeah, Red Tosaka from Fate. I'll say Fate Stay Night. Pretty much at the beginning, she's just like the total queen bitch, the queen bee. She just doesn't give a fuck. As soon as the fucking Holy Grail Wars showed up, dude, she didn't care. All she wanted to fucking do is win. That's pretty much her major goal. Until she met Shiro, where she felt like kind of sorry for him, like, I'll give him a chance, but I'm gonna kill him. Which, in all reality, she's like, nah. She's still waving with her emotions and shit. But throughout the series, she just couldn't really go through with it. She just rather, I want to be with him. Which, if any of you, I know most of you fuckers played the game. We don't know how that ended. Which way you chose. I fucking got her killed. But yeah, she's so Tsundere towards Shiro. She just, after she lost Archer, dude, all her focus was to help him. Hell, of course, kind of failed in the series where what is it? Shiro's like, I'm gonna go take Saber on a date. You fucking dick. But yeah, pretty much what it was. She will put her life on the line for him, which she already has. I quote, I got her killed. But that was my number 2, Ren Tosaka from Fate.
My number 2 is actually was already on everyone else, well, almost everyone else's list. Is Louise from Familiar Zero. Actually, I just remember her. It's just a violent tsundere lolly. It was my first indication of seeing like, whoa, calm down here. You don't need to get this violent over a small trivial matter. Just because you don't have giant tits or whatever you call them, doesn't mean you need to be violent.
Oopa.
And that's why she's kind of my number 2, because not only is she a Rie Kugamiya character, she lives up to the name of Tsundere, because she's just that violent lolly, hey, I'm gonna beat you because you're like flirting with the other women and not me, but once you save my ass, that's when I'm gonna start loving you, kind of shy girl kind of thing. And that's why she's my number 2, Louise from Familiar to Zero.
So my number 2, also second of my waifu, is the actual queen of the Tsunderes, pilot of Unit 02, Asuka from Evangelion. The moment you see her, and the moment you see her in battle, either if you're watching episode 8 of the original series or watching the second movie, you just see how much of a badass she is. And then all of a sudden you actually get to meet her. And she is telling everybody to shut up. You are all below me. Gravel at my feet, you pigs in human clothing.
Sounds like Hitler.
But the German Tsun, and I don't care what anyone says, her and Shinji should not be together.
And I second this opinion.
I third this opinion.
Of a pilot.
Well, yeah.
That literal motherfucking wannabe of a pilot does not deserve to be with the greatest EVA pilot ever.
Look, there's one official ship from Ava, and it's Shinji Kaoru, alright? I will
With
ship
Ray
like a
on the
French
side. With Ray on the side.
You mean his mother?
Well, try not to spoil it.
So he's
But-
been spoiled.
So number 2 for me, coincidentally, pilot of the O2, Asuka from Evangelion.
Pirate Asuka is best Asuka.
Yes.
No,
And on to the number 1.
well, before
And
you
the
do
number-
that, clarify. Best Asuka is Asuka with Mari.
Yeah.
Yes. That's like my biggest and favorite ship. But anyway, here back to my number 1. My number 1 is, in my opinion, the queen of the Tsuns, Taiga from Toradora. I love her so much. First of all, so much has been said about her with everybody here. I don't know what's left to talk about. Hold on here. Let me think here. For one, I love her nickname, though, the Pom Pom Tiger. It's adorable, and it fits her quite perfectly. And you know, we get a really big reaction from her. I believe in episode 7 or 8. 8. To where I believe Ryuji almost drowns, right? And you know, all leading up to like before this, Ryuji's nothing but almost like dirt underneath, you know, like her feet at some points, and nothing more than a dog at best, as she describes. And when he almost drowns, you see her crying, and then you see her, you know, stay away, Ryuji is mine, and you better leave him alone. When she screams that, you almost want to tear up, because that's when you really realize that she really cares for him, and then you're just I don't know how else to freaking describe her. Everyone else has had her on the list before, and everyone described her pretty well. So that's going to be mine. For my number 1 is Taiga from Toradora, and on to Nui's number 1.
We just happened to run into each other on the way to school.
Fuck you, nigga. Okay. My number 1 is Mafu from Kanojo X Kanojo X Kanojo. Anybody watch that? No? No?
Yeah, Kanojo.
Well, that's what it came up, okay? Fuck you. But yes, she is such a total like bitch to the MC and the other sisters, just like giving them shit, right? But of course, MC likes to accidentally walk down on her, caught her fucking masturbating. I know when I first saw that, I was just like,
So
oh,
she was flipping through the yellow pages.
yeah. Well, it was fucking dark. I don't think it was Yellow Pages. But yeah.
It was the business section.
So pretty much what she does, she just keeps it all underneath, and until she sees him, like she gets like the golden opportunity, which was in episode 2. Then of course she does it again in episode 3. She just likes to force herself to do it. Just like she's kind of like playing past her emotions at that point, like trying to like to keep them sealed, but like no, I'm just gonna do it because I want to try it. Nah. MC man, you got in the hole because you whip it out and you like. So I know you're feeling for me.
I know you need the D.
But she pretty much likes him. Of course, she won't admit it. She's got that like trollish face, like the fuck you're looking at. After you got done with her, you're like, what the fuck? I thought we were cool. But yeah, Mafi, my number one, because she's a blonde and she's fucking awesome. She looks like a lolly to me, kind of. So yeah, Kanojo x Kanojo x Kanojo.
All right, and my number one is pretty much everybody else. Everyone else has talked about her. It's the queen of the tsundere, the palm top taiga. Well, I mean, what else can I really say about her? She's the very embodiment of tsundere. You mention the word Tsun or tsundere to anybody, they're gonna end up saying, hey, what about Taiga from Toradora? Like, yeah, of course. She's the one name you think of every time you mention tsundere. You type in tsundere on Google Images, that she's gonna come up like first thing.
And that's actually true. I was actually going through making the list and checking it twice, and I'm on Google, and there she was. The very first picture was Taiga.
I'm making a list, checking it twice, to find out who's soon and nice.
Yep.
But yeah. Seriously, what else is there to say? She's like the very embodiment. Besides being my favorite Rie Kugamiya character. I mean, yeah, she does what she does. She's, the violent, short, flat-chested lolly girl that, everybody loves. And that's why, she's my number one tsundere. Now and forever.
And on to Otaku's number one.
Now, I know I said Asuka is the queen of the tsundere, and everybody on this list, but there's one thing that Asuka does not do, and that is win. However, my number one does. My number one, Ai Fuyumi, my number one waifu from Oreshura.
Oh god, you son of a bitch.
Pretty much stated, Ai wins all the time. You first meet her, and when you actually truly get to meet her and learn her feelings for Etta, you get to see this personality that she has underneath the tsundere face. And how anytime she's excited for something, she'll just yell out, "I'm going running." And and this whole time, she's just trying to get Etta to put his blood stamp on her marriage papers. And at the very end, that ends up happening. So Ai Fuyumi wins in the end, no matter what Masuzu says. Because that is the one time I don't like a character that Yukari Tamura voiced. But Ai Fuyumi wins in Oreshura and wins in the tsundere. My number one, Ai Fuyumi.
Well, besides her having a split personality, I don't think anybody wins when they watch that anime.
Yeah, fuck
Everybody
you.
wins when they watch that anime, sir.
Everybody wins. I second that.
I'm pretty sure if LeBron James watched that anime, he would not win.
Yeah, fuck LeBron.
Oh man, be quiet, man. You're just as sad as everybody else, man, with those tears outside the Lakers stadium.
Go fuck off.
So anyway, that is the top 10 And this is actually officially the shortest top 10 we've done. Actually, just under an hour.
It's actually around 45 minutes.
We are at 44 and a half minutes right now. So let's think of a quick topic to actually talk about for 15 minutes, and then we'll go into our first break before we get into the first real discussion.
Well, what do you call it?
How awesome is the Dashcon ball pit? I mean, seriously.
Sabo, if anybody works for...
Hold on. Let's save the Sabo and the actual con itself until the second segment. I was actually planning on having a conversation about that.
Okay, well, I was just going to talk about the ball pit real quick with Sabo.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
If anyone works for Monkey Paw and is listening, could you guys get like a ball pit at your convention? Because I think that should be mandatory now at like every anime convention.
Exactly, man, to make fun of all the Tumblr peeps.
And remember, if you pre-order your ticket for DashCon...
Uh-oh.
Whoa, man, your mic cut out right there for a second.
Yeah, if you pre-order your DashCon 2015 tickets, you'll get an extra hour in the ball pit.
And it's bigger and better than ever.
Oh, quick take. Ruby is back for those. I know a lot of people are going to say it's not anime, but, you know, for those of us that like actually watching Ruby, not, you know, hate watching it, it's back, and it's better than ever. Monty Ohm, congrats, man. Welcome back. Also,
it's anime inspired.
Also, happy 6th birthday to Achievement Hunter down in, I guess, Houston. I think it is Houston or Austin area. You know, congrats, guys. You know, here's to however long you guys are gonna stay open for probably the next million years.
Probably. What else was there? Yeah, Sabo, make sure to get the damn ball pit because we need one.
I'd be more than willing to pay an extra $5 to get into the ball pit for an hour.
Okay, this is what we need to do. If they were to seriously do this, and if they somehow do have a ball pit, we seriously need to like combine all of our money, go break it into ones, go in there, and just throw it up in the air, dude, and just fall back into the ball pit and just be like, motherfucker.
I'm gonna be standing. I'm gonna be in the back, standing, rubbing my fingers like I'm like getting money.
That or be like Ren from the that'd be Ren from Free. You know when the water's pouring down on his hands in the first ending. He's like, imagine. He's like, yeah. Yeah, that'd be pretty good.
Uh-oh. Your mic cut out.
Yeah, man, we can't hear you.
Ball pit for free.
Okay, could you repeat that, man, because your mic cut out?
No. It's about to say, why would you pay $5 to swim in a ball pit when you can swim for free? I thought you were freer.
You're right.
You're right.
I only do swim free.
You gotta splash free in the ball pit.
Oh, that's great.
Oh.
Like, did you want to maybe talk about, maybe a certain special somebody for the next episode, or no?
We'll save that for the end of the episode.
All right, cool. I was just throwing it around. Okay, let's see here. What time are we at now? Okay, we're at like almost 50 minutes. I think that might be close enough.
Oh my god, my brother emailed me.
You want to buy some heroin?
So yeah, let's go ahead and take an early break.
Alright, then that sounds good. Alright, guys, we're going to take like a 5 to 7 minute break here. Going, and I'm going to continue to listen here. I'm going to go take your whiz real quick, come back, and I'm going to come back and listen to all the good stuff. And keep it here with the MSDF LiveCast.
Gangsta. God damn it, you're interrupting me.
Oh, sorry about that.
Just kidding. I was just watching Gundam Seed Destiny.
I'm watching some sick shit on the Travel Channel, man. Andrew, that one fat bald dude, Andrew guy, is cutting up some pigs, man, eating them alive. I mean, I just saw him cut out a freaking pig's eyeball.
Oh God.
So I take it we're all back?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
And welcome back to the MSDF LiveCast 4.0.
And I was just about to introduce us back in.
Brought to you by Porkopolis.
Porkopolis.
I'm trying to fucking eat.
Andrew Zimmer's like killing pigs in human clothing.
So anyway, as we start every single second segment, though granted half an hour earlier than we usually are, we are on to news of the week. Starting off with the first story from the guys at Sentai Filmwork. They announced this weekend at San Diego Comic-Con that they have acquired the licensing rights to Gekken Shoujo Nozaki-kun.
Alrighty.
And I take it I'm the only person watching this among us.
Yes.
Probably.
Yeah, I don't even know what that is.
Well, it's a great show that all of you should talk about. Well, that all of you should watch. Check out. That's what I meant to say. And of course, you can hear more about it when I actually talk about it on my LiveCasts coming up. But,
a cool thing I just found on Twitter. Well, no, that will that's for our third part. I'm sorry about that. I'll keep silent until then.
I got some news for you. How about that Kite movie with Samuel Jackson?
Yeah, that's a thing.
I'm going to see it. I'm going to see it. Fuck you all.
That's a thing.
That is a thing.
So, secondly, probably one of the biggest news and most exciting, I think, as far as manga rights go, but Udon Entertainment has announced the English rights to the Kill la Kill manga.
Whoop whoop.
Wow.
Yeah.
Along with Marcross and Phoenix Wright.
Wow.
Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney.
Objection.
So, what do you all think about this?
I'll say that I've seen some of the manga, and the designs certainly are different than what the anime is. But this is a manga though that was made after the show. But the art in it though is still pretty gosh darn good. Like it's still worth picking up. Mainly because it's Kill la Kill, and I might say that that one Dojin artist that we all saw with that one Dojin dealing with Kill la Kill. His characters for that were like spot on, looked exactly 100% like the actual show.
Oh, you mean the one with the 3-star condom?
Yes. Yes. I think that they should have gotten him to draw the actual characters and stuff and all that, because his character designs were spot on from what the TV series was.
I like the art for the manga. It's a good change of pace.
It is.
I'm glad. I'll definitely pick it up, but I know it's not gonna be have that. It's not gonna have that epic feel like the show is. It's gonna be like, it's in a sense it's gonna almost be like the Gurren Lagann manga. It's not gonna be as epic as the actual TV show.
Right, and I think that's one of the reasons why the manga did so bad over here for at least Gurren wise. Because you just don't get that total epic feel and all that stuff. But like, did it list a price or anything? How much it's going to cost? If it's going to cost like 15 or 10?
No, the only information about it is that it's going to be released in 2015. So we might hear more of a price by then. if the price of manga goes up or down.
Depending on how big they're gonna make like the first volume, it could be anywhere in the $10 to probably $13 range normally.
Okay. And it looks like we did take a little bit of a longer break though than we usually do. But that's fine though. We need to do discuss some stuff. Do we have anything else?
Yes, I was actually just about to say that. And finally, and this will be also a good crossover into our next topic, but Good Smile at WonFes announced a pretty good cast of figures. Most notably, among some of the figures are the new Satsuki Figma, the Satsuki Junkatsu Figma, the complete WUG, Wake Up Girls cast, the Girls in Panzer Nendroids.
Right, and those were the petite ones too.
Yes, petite ones. And some, of course, Idolmaster figures.
Also, I believe they also released I believe the Anchovy from Girls in Panzer in a 1/8 or a 1/7. Also, I believe.
If you can give me a second, I can actually look up the complete list of important figures.
They're also releasing for all of us Love Livers all the Love Live Nendroids from the it's the second opening, all the clothes they wear in the second season's opening. That's gonna be fun. We've already gotten news about Nico being released here. I think it was October. I think was when she's supposed to come out. October, November. So, but who knows when the next one's gonna come out, and who knows what it's gonna be? Because if they're starting with Nico, then I'm kind of wondering who's gonna be next.
Also, guys, check. I'm gonna click the chat and group button real quick, and check out the picture I just posted. This just came up on my timeline, and I want this now.
Oh my god, I want that.
And it's Figma.
So here's more
Oh, Jesus.
for this. But the main character, the main girl from Sekai Seifuko.
Sekai says, yeah, like you said it right.
Yeah, but they have a main one for her. The World Conquerors.
I believe
Super
Kirby would
Pachao.
probably be interested in that.
It's not Sekai Seifuku Zeta. It's a different series. I actually saw that figure.
Okay, you know which one I'm talking about, though.
Yeah.
Alright, so they also announced Super Pachao,
Yes,
another Sonico,
of course.
two Sonicos actually. And I'm going based off the pictures on their release site. They have the Onodera Nendroid.
That Nendroid is so cute. It's ridiculous.
They obviously took their time on the best girl from that show.
Beg to differ.
Well, you can beg to differ, but you'll always be wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And Fashion Week Ryuko.
Which looks pretty friggin' epic.
So anyway, what figures are you guys looking forward to?
Well, Fashion Week Ryuko for one. I mean, Jesus Christ! I saw that. And I was like, can I just like send you like my card and you can just charge me every time a new figure comes out for Kill la Kill?
Especially when Nui comes out.
Man, plus there's no 2-star Jotaro Mako.
Yet.
But interesting thing guys is that I think I'm gonna start collecting some Nendroids a little bit. I'm not gonna be like all like completely gun ho, mainly because I still want to collect like series itself. But I'm gonna start collecting some Nendroids, and I think I'm gonna start with Girls in Panzer.
But yeah, I actually, as cute as it is, I'm still not sure on it. I might actually pick up that Onodera Nendroid just because it's absolutely the most adorable Nendroid I think I've seen in a while.
Like, did you also see how much that Figma was of all the girls from Girls in Panzer and the tank?
Yeah, it was like 150, right?
$50. It looks frigging insanely real. And all I can say is that Girls in Panzer now is finally starting to get some more love that it deserves.
But actually, a bit of an update here. I know we've been kind of bumping around with the DashCon and everything, but apparently, looks like Patrick Stewart paid for about an hour at the DashCon ball pit because he's got a picture of himself in a ball pit on Twitter.
That's funny. Not really, but
So, as far as the ones that I'm looking forward to, rumors of a Data Life Kurumi Nendroid, which I will be looking forward to. Of course, all the Girls in Panzer Nendroids, especially Mako.
no Yukari or a Yukari.
Well, I said all of them. I said I'm looking forward to all of them, but
Yeah, no.
specifically Mako, since she was my favorite.
I'm just busting your balls.
Mm-hmm. But I'm also looking forward to, of course, the Kill la Kill stuff and Onodera.
Yeah, man. Like there was a lot of stuff over this weekend that came out to where I was all like, I wish I had like $20,000 so I could just give you all of it, and I shall receive all these beautiful figures.
Right. I mean, especially the Wug figures. I was like, all of my wants because I wanted to support this show and hopefully getting it in another season.
Yeah, I agree, man. That's a really good show.
And the Wug figures, too. Especially Miyu.
Yeah, Miu's awesome. I mean, I really don't think I've seen one like bad figure over the whole weekend from WonFest. What about you guys? Have you all seen any things that looked just okay?
I don't think I've ever seen a bad figure come out of WonFest.
Well,
Like, the last time Mommytown went to like WonFest, I seriously mean this. Like, I haven't seen a bad figure come out of WonFest from what she's been posting or whatever.
I can still remember us going into her. Oh gosh, really, Patrick Stewart. Gosh. Anyway, but do you remember us going into her 18 and up figurine panel and stuff, and
And me
telling us
losing and me losing twice at rock paper scissors, I would cut off my own hand if that was another country because I lost like that.
yeah, and what sort of like kind of creepy-ish figures and stuff that are at WonFest, and how she was all like, man, there's even ones to where I'm like, you see like pooping and all that good old stuff, and I was like, oh boy, this is entertaining.
Well, those are the ones that don't. Those are the ones that don't make stateside, though.
Yeah, I know. Darn it, mommy time.
One
Why?
one last figure that I'm looking forward to, and I just retweeted it, is this Akuma Homura figure.
Hold on here. Let me see here. Let me go on here and get to it.
This thing looks amazing, and this is probably going to be a $200 figure, just like the Ultimate Madoka. But this is $200 that I would gladly put down on this.
It's actually a Figma. Did you know that?
Yeah, like it is a Figma.
Yeah, that's actually a Figma.
Yeah, and I think it's gonna be like a $110 one.
It's gonna be a pretty big Figma. I'm not gonna lie. That's definitely bigger than a lot of the Figmas that are out right now.
Well, like I said, either way, 120, whatever it is, it's worth buying for me.
So many good figures. And of course we have Mamitan on here saying, "Oh look, I've seen some secret figures, but I can't tell you yet."
No photos allowed.
I'm actually just now looking at that tweet too.
Oh, you are?
Yeah, I just saw that. I was just like, whoa, how meta.
How meta. Bring it, man. Such good stuff. Man. Let me see here. I'm trying to find some more figures and stuff because they were going crazy with all the pictures today and yesterday. Hang on here. Trying to find. Okay, yeah, no, I can't find them anymore.
But yeah. Like I said, not a bad figure that comes out of WonFes. I mean, it's super exciting to see all these new figures that are coming out that you know that you're gonna throw down the money for, just eagerly anticipating it.
That's true. Nui, do you have any figures that you were wanting or no, or have you been keeping up with any kind of the WonFest stuff? Nui. Seriously, quit posting crap.
That's like, no, I haven't been keeping up because I didn't know there was such a thing.
Fucking Dio.
I want that figure.
Yeah, nothing but all hot glue all over it, right?
I'll just put that fucking right by my door and it's like, don't come in.
It would definitely scare off some children.
That's the whole fucking point.
If his roommate doesn't scare him off first.
Ha ha ha.
Well, he's so far in Narnia, crying out loud.
Oh, so far in Narnia, he's got one foot in the closet. But moving on.
So with that final bit of news, of course there were 2 festivals/cons going on this weekend. Of course we had WonFest on Sunday, and then not Phoenix Comic Con, San Diego Comic Con, the superior of the 2, the one that will actually allow anime.
Ooh.
But that's a topic for a later show and a different LiveCast.
So what's up next?
Boobies. And not so hot wings.
Talking about WonFest and San Diego Comic Con.
Okay, well, I didn't keep in touch with it at all. I don't care about any kind of Comic Cons pretty much anymore.
The only thing I saw out of Comic Con was that the J-List had 10% off everything on their store sale, so that's really the only thing I saw.
Yeah, that's the only thing I cared about. Other than that, I think Zach Birchie was having a good time because everything there is all Western.
It was just American enough.
It was American enough.
Nothing was my citizens.
Nothing was too Japanese or Dakimakura already there. Except for his horse. But yeah, I have had no interest in Phoenix Comic Con or San Diego Comic Con at all. So I don't even give 2 effing craps about it. I'm sorry.
Yep.
Anybody else have any other stuff on San Diego Comic Con or no?
Well, no one in the anime aspect really announced anything.
I kind of figured they wouldn't because, most of the time when they announce things, they always, they try to make sure they actually have them first.
Yeah.
then they announced them like for whoa.
What was that?
What was that? Was
Like,
that the air kicking on?
Was that was Mike? That was mini radiation waves right there. But
you have a ghost over your house?
No, I don't. No, I have echoes.
What is this, white noise?
Oh man.
Holy crap, I'm so tired. Do you know how fast I had to ride here from fucking 59th to 33rd?
yeah,
I almost got fucking hit 3 times on the way.
What do you call it?
Jesus, dude.
You were gonna say something, Amos?
Give me a sec.
But yeah, since we're kind of off topic here, yeah, Comic Con was San Diego Comic Con. We won't talk too much about that. We're not too interested in the goings on of Comic Con unless somebody plans to announce something. One of the major anime groups such as Funimation, Sentai, Aniplex, so on and so forth. Really, it seemed more like Funimation was focused on the Battle of the Gods release more than anything else, and
I don't care about Dragon Ball Z anymore.
but
Yeah, the game just needs to. Whoa.
Fucking milking.
Man, some weird echoing going on.
Seriously. Huh.
Yeah, pretty much. That's kind of. I guess that's it for the news stories and sections and everything. So, I guess we'll be moving on to our second little part of this, and I don't actually remember what it was.
I believe it had something to do with the anime and manga releases, I believe, or somewhere around. Oh, what? So I'm guessing we're still talking about WonFest here. I don't know what else there is to talk about with it.
Yeah, there's not too much left to talk about. I mean, there were some stellar figures that are going to be released, but other than that, we won't know too much about them until we actually, hear about them again. And we probably won't hear about these figures since this time last year we actually heard about. Was it this time last year or was it earlier this year? I don't know if there's like another WonFest this year. There was another WonFest this year or not, but
I think it only happens like once a year.
I think it was like Winter WonFest or something like that. I don't know.
Well, I can tell you one thing that I'm really excited for. Is for Comic-Con to get going again here in the fall.
For what?
Comic-Con, all the good dojins and everything.
Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to see what people can take from the anime recently. Because there's been a few times where I've been watching more of the recent anime that I've seen dojin setups, as I call them, especially in one episode of Akame Got Kill, and that was a very total dojin setup. And then with Mahoka, as much as everyone's gonna hate to say it, this past episode there was a big setup for an incest dojin. So
Yeah, there was. I think we're having problems with Phoenix's mic or something like that. I'm not totally for sure what's going on.
So am I back now, or?
Holy
Yeah.
Christ!
yeah, just
I'd say I kept getting muted there.
And so yeah, like you're back.
here back. Now we can get back on topic.
I was gonna say, like, what else was there from WonFest?
Well, somehow we ended up talking about it during the news segment.
Well, okay,
Was it planning for the news segment to be the key figures and then get to more of the actual minor releases?
I think it developed into figures, and then from figures we went to WonFes.
Because you could say we already talked about WonFes, so.
We were trying to run some other stuff while you were trying to get back into here or get your mic back working. We started talking about like Comic-Cat and how we can't wait for the dojins and all that good old stuff.
Now, what I'm really looking forward to is in a couple weeks here we got Otakon coming up.
Ooh, that's right. That's where a lot of major announcements are going to happen too.
Which is what I'm assuming will be the last chance for Aniplex to announce anything until next year. So hopefully this means that they are actually going to finally sit down and actually release Genai wo Kakeru Taio.
Good night, whoa.
It's going to be a big troll like, hey, we're going to release Genai wo. No, Sword Art Online 2.
Dude, I will be pissed off, and I will go Tennessee McDonald's on their asses if they do that.
Go Shin!
Oh, that's fucking good.
But yeah, I had totally forgotten that Otakon was supposed to be coming up here soon. Everyone who's going to that, I'm jealous of you and I hate you all. So.
Yeah, guys, make sure to actually enjoy it and remember, guys, just chill, have a good time. Those are the basic rules of the con.
Con life, motherfucker.
Exactly.
Don't you ever forget.
Because where the hood at?
No.
Oh, Jesus. God, no.
That's going to be a running gag in like every episode.
Fuck.
I was gonna say, did you want me to go on and talk and get the list of releases going here, or no?
Thinking we could continue talking about conventions.
Okay, that's cool. So we have Otakon here coming up soon. What else do we have after that? What's the next biggest con?
I'm actually looking for the usual site that has the listings for all the anime conventions on it, but it's not wanting to pop up.
If I remember, I think Otakon's like the last, big industry-based con for this year.
Yeah, I think it might be. Yeah, I think it might be.
I don't know. When is New York Comic Con?
That has already passed, I think.
Okay, so yeah, that Otakon's the very last, major
I think
convention.
maybe non-DesCon.
I don't think non-DesCon is a big industry convention. I think it averages around like 7,000 to 8,000 people. I don't think it's big enough for industry. But that's just my opinion. But man, like, who knows? Like, freaking Funimation's gonna be here at Sabo this year, so I guess anything is possible.
It'd be nice if they announced a few things at our convention.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. It's like, here, Battle of the Gods, and it's like, no, quit talking about this damn movie.
No thanks. I've already seen bits and pieces of the movie from friggin' just a clips I've seen around the internet. Just no thank you.
There's a reason why Dragon Ball was finished.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, it's actually getting another movie over in Japan.
I'm gonna blow my fucking brains out now.
I'm just tired of Dragon Ball Z.
they're just milking that bitch.
Well, of course, they're all up and mighty because of the fact that it's coming to fucking Toonami.
Oh yeah, like yeah, that and like that and Cowboy Bebop made it back on.
Well,
Oh Jesus!
to be fair, it's kind of hard to talk about Toonami without the mentioning Cowboy Bebop, because that's what made Bebop popular, was not only the Western fan base, but Toonami in general, because that was the main draw for Toonami for years.
Oh, I got some pretty cool stuff. You guys might enjoy, or might find a little bit. How should I say it? More sad than anything. I was going through YouTube and what do you call it? Going through I think it was Alexis Tipton's videos and stuff of like cons, and one of them I believe I think it was Phoenix Comic Con last year. I believe she was here.
Yeah.
And during one of her panels, someone had said, "Well, like, what did you watch since you really liked anime, or since you still like anime a lot? And like, what did you watch when you were younger?" And no joke, she said like Rurouni Kenshin, right? And everyone's like, "Woohoo!" and all that stuff. And then she's like, "Well, then I also watched stuff on Toonami, like 8th MS Team. What do you call it? I watched Outlaw Star. Didn't mention Cowboy Bebop or anything like that. I watched Blue Sub 6 and stuff." And literally no one is going like, "Yay!" or anything like that. Everyone's all like, what the hell are those shows?" And I'm like, I am so disheartened and sad that these kids do not know what this is.
You got to remember, it's a new generation, and these kids have no idea what anime is. I know I sound like a bit of an older guy, even though I'm only 23, but the kids nowadays, don't the kids nowadays who you see at conventions, the younger kids, they don't understand what anime was back in the day compared to what it is now. For them, when they get older, they're gonna be talking like, "Oh yeah, there was this one show called Mahoka, and then then there was this one show called Kill la Kill, and then there's but I heard a legend of this really great show called Cowboy Bebop."
And that was a really pretty decent impression of an old person.
I was about to say, when the fuck did you just jump 40, 30, whatever years? Pretty fucking great.
But like the point is that like Rurouni Kenshin, I believe, was also on like Toonami also.
Yeah, it was for a long time.
And these kids didn't even know what these other shows were, and I'm like, I guarantee you these kids don't even know what Tenchi Muyo is. But as soon as you would probably mention a freaking Cowboy Bebop, everyone would be like, "Oh yeah, I love that show."
Well, you gotta remember, these aren't the same kids that grew up with the kind of Toonami that we had, I should say, either. They didn't grow up with Sailor Moon, DBZ, Gundam Wing,
Batman,
Outlaw,
Team.
Outlaw Star, Tenchi Muyo, all these all these different anime that were on there, and in our in my generation, I should say.
Sorry guys, but we're 90s guys.
Yeah, the 90s babies, but that's what we grew up with, was all these animes that we've grown to love over the years. And nowadays, kids have no idea what Toonami is, because now they see these shows, they just see, things like Sword Art Online and Attack on Titan, and, it's like, this is going to be the Toonami that they grow up with.
And that's not saying that, like, those shows are necessarily bad or anything. It's just that I'm like, guys, if you look at the quality of shows that you're watching now and look at some back then, I guarantee you almost that you would enjoy those later shows that we watched than what's on right now. Because it's all more how should I say? It's kind of like more like teenish to kiddish oriented. Well, back in the 90s, everything was like pretty much like a teenagers thing, I believe, and more like adult themed stuff.
Yeah, because specifically remembering, the Toonami of old, they showed both Gundam Seed and Destiny on there, and that at the time was very new to a generation of kids who had, you know, no
When
idea
did
what Gundam was.
when did Seed come on Toonami, Derek, or Nui? Didn't it come on in
Uh,
like 2004, 2005, or something like
it
that?
was it was before Toonami went off the air that it came on, if I remember.
Seed Destiny. I don't think Seed Destiny made it on there. I'm not for sure, but I know Seed was on there. Then
Oh
it
no,
got
I specifically remember Seed Destiny because I remember seeing Seed. I watched a few episodes of that. I'm like, this isn't as interesting as Wing. I'll wait to see what else comes out after this. After that ended, I saw I was like, Seed Destiny. There's another season of this. I looked at it and I'm like, no thanks.
But the one thing too that I'm sort of surprised about though too is like to how bad. Well, I'm not really surprised at how bad Ava did on Toonami, mainly because it's such a popular show. Pretty much everyone has seen it. But like the
It's
fact
the
that only
ending. It's the ending because no one understood the ending, and that's why it probably did that bad.
but even with those 2 or 3 episodes, what do you call it? Man, I hate saying this, but I don't know if it was Western based enough for people to like it more. Because from what I heard, it got just barely decent ratings and stuff while it was on there.
Yeah, it's kind of the sad fact that actually G Gundam did better than that show.
Yeah, in my opinion, that's sad.
I have a correction. New York Comic Con is actually in October.
Okay, so yeah, New York Comic Con is gonna be the last big industry-based con, technically.
are we going?
No.
Not unless you have 2-3 grand. That's just for the hotel.
That and the fact that we have Kaikori coming right after it.
Yeah,
Yeah, Kakori.
be freezing our nuts off up in Flagstaff.
And let's hope we get panels for that too. Or did I just kill the mood?
No, I want panels for that too because it's a quaint little con up north in Arizona, northern Arizona, Flagstaff area. It's not too sure how close it is to Northern Arizona University, but it's definitely
It gets pretty close to it. It's only like I think like 8 or 10 miles away from it.
it's definitely a quaint little part of Flagstaff that's just really beautiful. The scenery is nice, and every morning you get to wake up, you get to stare out a little chunk of the city, and then a lot of pine trees everywhere.
That and the
So
hotel is really nice too.
yeah, Little America Hotel is really nice. The place to have this convention. It's kind of it's a Western themed kind of hotel where they sell actually animal pelts, which was surprising. But yeah, the only thing is pack warm for this convention because it gets to be about 10 to 15 degrees up there.
Yeah, like it gets to be pretty cold.
So I'm looking through the list of conventions, and there's a convention called Anime Next. This convention better be all about Haganai, or else it's a ripoff.
Man, like with 50% more fail.
Oh yeah, there's also no brand con. That better be Love Live.
Ha ha ha.
Just like Taiga Con.
Taika Con.
Better be Toradora.
Man, all of our future con plans. All the future cons. As a matter of fact, it's almost getting to be August. But I think we're almost pretty much sure of where we're going, but that's for another episode.
Right.
But which con are you guys looking forward to the most? Like, what do you call it? Out of next year.
The one in Japan.
As if we have the money.
Well,
I will.
if we are actually going to Acon and Aniplex and all them are going to be there, then I will say that. And I'll be looking forward to it even more if Ganai was not announced by then, so I can tear Aniplex a new one.
I was gonna say, Akon's pretty friggin' big, so I can almost guarantee you that they'll be there.
Yeah, Akon's definitely an industry con. Funimation, Sentai, everybody, they go out there because they're all based out of Texas.
But really, for next year, I'm looking forward to more of the later in the year conventions, that area between Sabo and Kaikori, of course, going to non-Descon.
In Denver, Colorado.
So those three right there, when the weather is actually going to be good.
Everyone bring your Seahawks jerseys. Make sure to bring a controller too and drop it.
But
I'll bring my Patriots jersey and then switch over to a Broncos one halfway through the trip.
Oh man, it's a big shot.
laugh it up. At least we went to the playoffs, Mr. Raider man.
Hey, I'm not a Raiders fan. I'm a Saints fan, motherfucker.
They didn't make it to the playoffs neither.
They did, actually. Beat Philadelphia.
Chip Kelly and his offense. Anyway.
But yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to Akon because we'll have all of us together, the whole MSDF, and we'll have K Gods from NTR Radio flying out and come out with us.
That and Sneaky Afaku.
Nikki Wanafaku, hopefully he'll be there. I'm kind of hoping, and I'll probably ask them right around the time before we go, but I definitely, fingers crossed we get to meet the great Black Otaku, aka Brennan Williams, Mr. D End of the Houston Texans.
That'd be sick.
Houston Texans, the only otaku in all of the NFL.
Well, the only confirmed otaku.
Yeah, at Great Black Otaku on Twitter. Follow him, look him up. He's really cool
one
dude.
of the conditions for playing in Seattle is you must like anime.
Yeah. No, hopefully we actually get to meet at least two of the guys from Podcast Zero, Keikaku Cat and Cube the Third, and hopefully we get to meet those two guys so we actually have a accredited conversation instead of bitching at one another over Twitter every now and again.
Yeah, you and Kikaku Cat always go round and round.
Actually, find out in person why Keikaku Cat thinks Flowers of Evil was good.
Yeah, that's true.
Because we'll just go round and round, because what goes around comes around.
Man, there'll be a long-ass conversation.
The whole time we're there, we gotta quote the Attack on Titan abridged.
It's art with a capital A. What do you expect?
Art with a capital A.
Flowers of Evil is the equivalent of the crap that's outside of community colleges that they call art.
Yeah, I would have to agree. This giant metal monstrosity. I really like this, man.
But
This art with a capital A.
But I think with that we should, I guess, take our second break.
Yeah, that's perfectly fine with me, guys, if y'all want to.
Yeah.
Like JoJo's.
Alright, and with that, keep it with the MSDF, and we'll be back in 5 to 10 minutes.
Guess who's back? Back again.
Yeah, you fucking scared me. I was trying to watch this video.
Purry's back.
Turn his back.
Tell a friend. Guess who's back?
What
Guess
the
who's back?
fuck?
Guess who's
You guys
back?
gotta watch this video.
And is everyone back here?
I'm here.
Alright, cool. Alright, cool. And welcome back to the MSDF LiveCast. Even though it says live case.
You're supposed to solve it.
Oh, don't worry, I'll solve it.
Who?
Oh, don't worry, I'll solve it. I'll solve it after this is done, then I'll go into the edit stuff and edit all the text.
No. You see, you're going to activate your Phi brain, and then you're going to solve this puzzle.
Oh, boy.
Oh lord.
It was the life fibers that made Danzai Bunri no crime match so shitty.
Oh, that's good. Alright, cool. And to begin our third segment here, we're going to move on into the anime and manga releases of July 22nd to the 28th.
Otherwise known as the hot releases.
That's the
Move it up.
hot releases. And first off, for the anime releases, we have Appleseed Alpha in DVD and Blu-ray. We have The Devil is a Part-Timer
Woo-woo.
on
King of the
DVD and
Fire.
Blu-ray combo limited edition. We have Hitalia, The Beautiful World Season 5 collection.
Oh boy.
We have My Teen Romantic Comedy Snafu Complete Collection on DVD. That's also going to be released.
Big whoop.
And one more show. Phoenix Otaku does not want to be mentioned on this livecast. So that's pretty much it for the anime releases. For the manga releases, we have. I know it says Excel World here, but it's I believe it's the actual novel, not the manga.
Yeah,
But
to clarify, if you actually go onto Yen Press's site, it is the novel, even though they give you the link to the manga, which comes out in September.
Right. And we have Battle Angel Alita, The Last Order, Omnibus Volume 4. We have Black Butler, Volume 17. We have Blood Lad, Volume 5.
Woo-woo, blood lad.
We have Enclose Called Fat, Volume 1. We have Inu X Boku SS, Volume 4. We have Is This a Zombie, Volume 8. No matter how you look at it, it's your guys' fault I'm not popular, Volume 4.
Such a good volume, by the way.
Such a great series.
We have Omamuro Himari, Volume 12. I'm sorry, guys, if I butchered that name. We have Pandora Hearts, Volume 21. We have Soul Eater, Volume 21. We have Soul Eater Not, Volume 3.
Can't believe it's only up to 3 volumes.
And we have Umineko, When They Cry, Episode 4, Alliance of the Golden Witch, Volume 1. And that's it for your hot releases today, guys. And with that, we're going to move on into a little new live cast that one of our members here.
Well, you're forgetting night shipping.
Oh yeah, that's right. We did get some stuff. All right, sorry about that, guys. So we'll move on into night shipping. Do you want to go first, Otaku?
Sure. Well, surprisingly, and I didn't actually expect to get this until September, no, the end of September, beginning of October, but today in the mail I got the Good Smile Akira Tayo from Ganaiwo Kakeru Tayo. I got the Nendroid. Came in today, and so now I have both of the Nendroids from Ganaiwo Kakeru Tayo, and hopefully Aniplex will announce the actual series so I can get that to add to my collection of stuff.
Okay, do we have anything from you, Pervy?
Actually, yeah. As I came back from your place last week, I got in and I looked in my room and happened to find a certain package from Right Stuff sitting on my bed. Happened to open this certain package, and like I said last week, if you were listening, I just got School Days in the mail.
Yeah, school days.
And
Sorry about nice shipping.
and I promised over Twitter we would take this journey together again. We will sit down and I will live tweet that. I will live tweet those in halves. So go through the first I think it's like 12 episodes, I think.
Yeah, I think it's 12 episodes.
This is like 12, 13, I think, something like that. I'll half them. I'll watch the first half one day, and I'll watch the second half the next day, and I will be there the entire time to sit there and live tweet. And once I get my phone back, I will actually announce the certain time when I'll be able to actually go through with the live tweeting event. I'm not too sure how I would go about. That's the only reason I'll probably be live tweeting it because I don't know how to get Twitch to work. So, because if I actually had a decent computer, or if I actually had a computer at all per se, I would be sitting there on Twitch while you guys watch School Days with me. So.
Well, you could always like run it through like Google Plus though.
That's true. Yeah, I could.
You know what, man? Maybe we should do that. Like every once in a while, have like a little special episode or something to where we sit down and watch an anime with everybody on live stream, except that we block out like half the screen, so that way freaking YouTube bots won't be on it like crazy. No, man, that's just a bad idea, man. I don't want to get a mark.
But yeah, like I said, we'll take that journey together, Twitter, because I know you guys will spiral into anger just like I will, yet again.
Table ready.
Did you get anything, Newey?
No, I'm broke.
You're one broke man. Okay.
Well, once I get paid tomorrow, I'm gonna be buying my costume, which saving that for later.
Oh yeah, that's right. You gotta go get your BRA.
Yeah, I'm not getting that, by the way. Fuck that. That's
Come
not
on,
happening.
man. Don't be a bitch, man. I'll go with you.
You gotta go up into
Really?
Victoria's Secret and get it.
Fuck that shit.
Dude, man, you and me will go into Walmart, man. I'll get it, and and we'll go pay for it.
That is like the fishiest shit ever. I don't even have the balls for that.
Well, I mean,
man.
It's not like you're buying a thong. I mean,
Oh, thank God I ain't.
you really
I mean,
should.
you gotta have the bra, man. You gotta have the bra.
Let's put it this way: you get a thong and you have to like tie your shoe or something. That would be hilarious.
Dude, man, you need to wear the bra so I can grab your fake boobs.
Oh, no.
And like every boot you take.
Oh my God.
Well, let's be honest with you. Does he really have the tits for that? Because he's so flat-chested.
You see, I know, man. He's going soon. He'll go soon.
I will
But
say I work out for a living.
But so you have nothing at all, though, Newey.
No, I don't.
All right, then I guess we'll move on to myself. If you guys follow me on Twitter, you guys might have seen that I picked up 2 volumes of Sailor Moon on VHS from Goodwill. These weren't just any normal volumes of Sailor Moon. They were fan sub bootlegs.
No
And
shit.
everything. Yes.
You Chinese mafia supporting asshole.
It's actually funny because they do say not for resale on the tape itself.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, like it does say that.
It was donated to Goodwill.
But but like, what do you call it? I couldn't pass it up mainly because it was like a old fan sub thing, and it was I think it was half price day, and each volume was like a $1, so 50 cents in total, so $1 in total. But I was hoping that they would have had the whole series there, and man, I looked around. I looked and looked, and they didn't have it. So I'm guessing somebody actually somebody actually came in and got like the whole show. And it's a really cool like little like novelty type of thing to have, and all that good old stuff. And that's what I got for pretty much. That's all, man. That's the only real thing I had gotten here within the past. I think like what was it, like week or so. I hadn't gotten anything else. I was thinking about getting some more manga here soon. And I was also wanting to pick up I believe it was Haruko Mouse-sama,
Oh
or
yeah,
The Devil's a Part-Timer.
that's right. I still have to pick that up.
Awesome.
I want to pick up that. I want to pick up Majestic Prince.
Yeah.
Man, that show is great, man.
But yeah, you mentioned manga. I actually did pick up volume 4 of. No matter how you look at it, it's you guys' fault. I'm not popular. I've already, cleared it. For those that know me, I am a very fast reader now. Pretty much trained myself to read fast.
There's only a few words, more pictures. Jesus Christ, Timmy.
But yeah, volume 4, really fun read. I look forward to reading more from it because so from where we're at now, it kind of seems like it's gonna go beyond the first season.
You said that there was some differences between that and the anime. Now I was kind of on track while you and Phoenix Otaku were talking about it, but what was it exactly? Like, what were the differences?
In episode 11 of the anime, they had Tomoko was trying to help out at the the school festival or whatever to get ready. And she accidentally, cuts herself, and she has to bite her hand. But it looks like she's actually trying to eat her hand while she's doing, to stop the blood flow.
Oh God.
Jesus.
But
Trying to turn into a Titan.
because I actually remember seeing that in volume 3.
Huh.
I actually remember seeing that in volume 3. So that was because where we're at now in volume 4. I think I remember from the anime. I'll have to go back and watch it again, but they're in right now to where Tomoko tries to become kind of like a nightclub, lady, like a server. And
Oh, you mean like a hostess?
yeah, hostess. Thank you.
That was in the anime.
And then they went into like Christmas and the whole New Year thing or whatever. How she went to go to a Christmas party with her friends, but she wasn't really recognized that she was there, or well, the people from school, I should say, not her friends. How she just kind of felt left out. She just went there on her own. She was just walking around with them, none of them noticing that she was there the entire time. And after that, it was her trying to get a job or trying to learn how to make cakes. So her mom ended up getting her set up into a factory where her friend works, so she could just make cakes and everything.
Okay.
That was in the anime.
And then it went to I think the whole thing with the cake thing was after the New Year, if I remember, because her little cousin had come over during the New Year so she could brag to her about how much money she got, and her cousin kind of put her in her place. But it was after the whole cake incident that she celebrated her 16th birthday.
Sweet 16.
She tried to act a little bit more mature or whatever, but she at heart, because she had a conversation with Yu-chan about certain sex things or whatever that kind of threw her off. She just realized I may be 16, but I'm still kind of a kid at heart, kind of thing.
I really wonder how Monica Rial's gonna sound as her.
Probably really good.
Because I don't know, but I just hope it's really good because I actually kind of can't stand her voice in the Japanese, and I don't know why.
Dude, her voice was phenomenal in the
Yeah, it was actually really funny. And I think towards the end of Volume 4 was, she's in the second year where was it the second half of her school year or something like that? I think she was the second year now in her high school, and her brother was getting ready to put in application for I guess college or whatever, the college that he wanted. He was trying to get into a college that that was actually not the same one that Tomoko was going to, because apparently he's an asshole and wants nothing to do with his older sister anymore. Then there was the whole spring cleaning thing, and Tomoko found the box of the cicada skins, and Tomoko forgot to mail her brother's college application out, so he just went with the one college that she was going to apply to anyway. But from what I understand or whatever.
Okay.
And what was it? Though it turned out because her mother, being the evil woman that she is, made Tomoko apologize profusely. And but after Tomoki had said I don't care or whatever, it's no big deal, I'll just go to my second college or whatever, that college choice that I had. And Tomoko kind of turns on him and says, "You should have told me that, jerk." Having to get down on my knees and beg for your forgiveness. You should be the one doing this, not me.
Okay.
And he just pretty much turns and says to her, I know we're going to end up at the same place. Don't ever talk to me while we're on campus. And I think that was almost towards the end. That was pretty much the end of Volume 4 area.
Okay. And and with that, we're gonna talk about a new little segment that Phoenix Otaku started up here lately.
Yeah.
Are you there?
His own little side, I guess, podcast, LiveCast.
Yeah.
Referring to it throughout the entire LiveCast, but this Saturday I actually got off my ass and created the LiveCast that I've been meaning to actually get started for the past couple of months now. It's called This Week in Anime. Mostly the first episode mostly covered what the show is going to be about, and also talked about things that can make cons better and the American side of the anime industry. Now, normally I'll try and get into the actual episodes from the 10 series that I'm watching and what happened in the episodes from that week. But tune in tomorrow for episode 2, where I actually get to talking about the problem with Phoenix Comic-Con and other anime-related topics, as well as thoughts from some of the episodes from this past week.
Okay. What do you call it? I was just gonna say, should we move on to final thoughts, or should we, continue talking about some, different stuff that has been on our minds?
Well, you brought up a good idea for anime that should be manga.
Or manga that should be anime.
Manga that should be anime, yeah.
And I know I have a few. Do you guys have any?
Yeah. One that, if you follow me on Twitter, I talked about a while ago, was they need to make Let me actually look up the name of this series, mostly for the girl's name. It's called, the English name for it is Don't Become an Otaku Shinozaki-san.
Oh, yes. That should become an anime, dude. That is such a good manga.
This would be like a Watamote as far as anime goes. But instead of dealing with the shut-in otaku, it's the pretty popular girl who's trying to save her new friend that she discovers who's beautiful, trying to save her from her life that is full of pre-peer, actually. It's
Pre-pure.
trying to save her from a life of otakuism, while slowly herself becoming an otaku, so that way she can connect with this girl.
It's such a good manga. Do you have any other ones?
Yes, there's actually another one, and it's called Horimiya. It's about these two people that in their actual daily lives, and I know there's actually OVAs for this, but I hope they actually turn this into an actual anime. But it's about these two people that in their daily lives, when they're around everyone in school, they're completely different people. You have the main girl who's all pretty and popular and all that, and you have the main guy who's just the grade A student, but outside of that, the main dude is a piercing wearing, he has tattoos, almost a bad boy look, as women would say. And she is pretty much a stay-at-home mom for her brother. So this is mostly the story of those two. And while I'm looking at this list, the forgotten parts of the world God only knows. That needs to become an anime.
Good luck with that, because they've already skipped past that. There's no way they're gonna and they pretty much touched on the 40 chapters that they skipped in the very beginning, like the first 2 minutes of season 3. So they're like, why bother?
Oh yeah, and they need to make Rosario plus Vampire an actual anime.
Apparently you really like that, right? Nui?
No.
No? And you hate it? Well, I can tell you one manga, at least for me, that I don't wish it needs to become. It needs to be an anime, and that's Monster Musume.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
definitely. Definitely.
If you guys hadn't watched it, it's pretty much exactly as the title sounds like. In the future, we have the so-called monster girls that somehow end up here on our Earth from space or some sort of other good old stuff like that, and lab experiments and so on and so forth. And so they get inducted into society, and they live in these houses, or they live with people that are pretty much in charge of them. And that's where they're able to live and all that stuff, and they can't go outside unless a actual human is with them and all that. So, and all that sort of stuff. And the very first girl you see is, what is it, Timmy? A Llama or a snake girl?
Lamia, yeah, snake girl.
And she's pretty funny. She's a little bit Tsun in a way.
But yeah, I definitely agree. I mean, the manga is just absolutely hysterical. I mean, you kind of passing up there on the law that was founded that no harm can come to monster girls via humans, Doesn't say anything about them hurting each other, but
Right, exactly.
the law stating that if a human were to bring harm to a monster girl, something bad will happen to that human, or something like that.
That, and they can't have like any kind of intercourse or anything like that with them. Doesn't say
Well,
anything, I think, about foreplay.
which is bullshit because I forget her name, the
All
snake
the girls
girl.
in here are pretty much hotter than shit, and there's
Yeah,
boobies
they tease so much, it's ridiculous.
but there is titties and there is some nice ass shots and all that. And there's I will say that in the later parts of the manga though, there is actually some little like a little bit of like softcore like foreplay and stuff like that. And I'll admit, man, like it's pretty hot, but it's
Yeah.
really funny too.
I mean, the characters are so good too. You got your snake girl, you got your harpy girl, who's like this small, like
Bird brain.
flat-chested, wall-eyed girl. You get your centaur, who speaks in like old world, old English kind of phrasing. To where she's almost like
my favorite.
Yeah, to where she's almost like a knight of the round table. She's my favorite too. I like her. Then you've got Sue, who's the I guess the gel girl, water girl, something like that.
Oh yeah, man, like she's pretty funny.
And then you got the mermaid girl, who apparently wants to be a tragic heroine, apparently.
Yeah, she's a little bit kind of like Tsundere in a way.
And you run into Miss Smith, who is actually in charge of the monster girl thing, to where
And like it's called the Mon Squad.
No, I wasn't gonna mention that. I was mentioning like the monster girl protection agency thing.
Oh yeah, you mean the actual agency itself that help them live on Earth and stuff. Okay.
Yeah. Then you got like Zombie mentioned, the Mon Squad. It's made up of like this giant Amazonian woman who like pilots who's like wears like this giant suit of mech armor. It's ridiculous. And then you got yourself the Cyclops sniper girl, and then you got the zombie girl who gains weight because every time she gets shot, she gains weight.
That and like her boobs fall off and all that stuff. It's really funny. And not to mention the one giant ogre that's a part of the Mon Squad.
Yeah, the one that wears the suit of armor.
Yeah, like you'll see here in the later chapters, like her actual bust size is like 170 something. Like there's a part to where she hugs. I forgot what his name was. Like the main MC guy. Because she took him like shopping because she's actually like one of the girliest girls in the whole manga, and she goes like brawl sizing and she like hugs him and like one of her whole breasts is literally like almost the whole size of him, and like tallness and everything. And I was like, holy fuck, dude, this chick is huge and she's like 8 foot tall and all that crap.
And in the most recent volume, we just got to meet, I guess, the evil spider chick or whatever.
Oh no, man, like she's pretty cool.
But then, that's why I can't wait for Volume 4 to come out this August, because I'm really looking forward to reading more of this series.
Just wait until you get to the one like Reaper girl that like has like a loose head and all that stuff. And that's pretty funny.
See, I mean, this is why this should be an anime. And I mean, I could tell you who could make this anime too. Easily.
Zebek.
Yeah, Zebek. I mean, that's a no-brainer. Their animation style would fit this so well, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, but this would have to be on ATX, because if this show were to be censored at all, because they say some crude things sometimes, but yeah, it really needs to be on ATX if it were to ever get made. And one of my favorite production companies that draw women right and everything like that would be Zebek. I think Zebek would be a really good fit for the actual manga. And what do you call it? Another one of my it's not really, well, it is a manga. It's a shmut manga though, which means it's like in between doujin and like really like adult. And that is a manga called My Balls.
Oh, I thought you were gonna mention the one prison one.
Oh well, yeah, like prison, like high school. Yeah, that needs to be made into an anime. Man, there's a lot of there's a lot of production companies that could go with that. But Zebek would also be another decent to good choice for that show. But that manga is downright fucking hilarious, and and it's sexy too. That's almost a Schmut Dojin also, but it's still a manga. But yeah, that needs to be made into a fucking anime, and My Balls needs to too. It's pretty much the demon lord is like this woman that's gonna destroy the world, and this unso lucky guy is pissing on this magical sphere out in the middle of this public park, and the demon girl devil gets chased up through his piss, and is trapped inside of his balls. And so, like, if he ever nuts within the next 30 days, like, the world will come to an end.
You know, it's not just, oh, hey, you're stuck in my nuts, I'm not going to masturbate. She pretty much messes with him the entire
Oh god, man, it's
month.
horrible, man. I don't know how this poor bastard even survived the first day. I mean, like, there's no way, man. Dude, man, after, like, 20 minutes or something like that, man, of her tormenting me, I've been like, sorry, guys.
But yeah, I mean, I kind of have one. I know it's already, like, 2 seasons of it have already been made, and the manga's already fully out. There's more to it, and I want to see it animated, and it's Medaka Box, because before my phone went to crap and where I was reading at, I was in season 2, getting towards almost the end. I'm so anticipating this next part of the next part of the manga, because this is going to go beyond season 2. We'll finally get to figure out who the one kid was at the end of at season 2 who threw everybody into the wall and screwed them in with these giant screws. My idea is it's probably Medaka's younger brother. Spoiler alert, I'm guessing, but I personally cannot wait if Gainax decides to get off their ass anytime soon and actually do that again, or not. Because if they don't, you know, that's Gainax for you.
Yeah.
Always leaving us hanging.
Yeah. I also have to say there's another manga that I wish would become an anime. Well, not really wish, it already is Full Metal Panic. And I wish they would continue the frigging story from the manga and make it into an anime, because there's so much of this world that they have left, and the manga finally finished up, I think, like 3 or 4 months ago.
That's Full Metal Panic Sigma, right?
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
it is.
So you want to
Yeah.
be spoiled?
No, I don't.
No, I actually agree with you. I do want to see more of Full Metal Panic, because
Same here.
I mean, from what I've actually kind of heard, as a talk around area of the manga or whatever, there's some heavy shit that goes down in Sigma. So
Yeah, man. Like, I've been told that there's some real heavy shit, and man, like, Full Metal Panic, I think, has a fairly good following, except for, like, most of the mainstream people are like, oh, you mean Fumofu? And I just want to punch my damn face in every time they say that, because even though Fumofu's funny and good, dude, man, like, man, that's not Full Metal Panic in a way.
I'm actually relatively surprised you haven't brought up Before the Fall yet.
Oh, well, okay. I think Wit Studio is stupid, and the main manga author for Attack on Titan, and his okay in the spin-offs and shit. I think they're stupid if they let Attack on Titan sit for that long while they get while they get season 2 done, because you won't even see season 2 air until probably spring of 2017, because that's when the actual friggin' manga ends. And so we probably won't even see it until that time, and that would be the earliest I think you would see it. So I don't think they're gonna let Attack on Titan sit for this long. I think Before the Fall will probably be animated, and I think probably No Regret will be animated. I think they're gonna be animated probably and like OVAs, not like a 12-episode show, but like 3 and 4 episodes a piece, being like 30 to 40 minutes long. I think that's probably how they'll do it. But I think they're a little bit dumb if they don't actually make those into actual animes and stuff. Because more like Attack on Titan's always a good thing.
And I guess with that, I guess
Well,
move on to
I
our
do
final.
have
Oh, wait.
one more
Go
that I
ahead.
just thought of while you guys were talking about Full Metal Panic. And that is Parasistent Sauna.
Parasistent Sauna.
Mm-hmm.
I hadn't even heard of that.
I showed it to you once. It's about the
Oh!
guy who swallows a tapeworm.
Oh, yeah! Yeah, and he gets that fucking thing that like grows out of him and shit.
Yes.
Yes.
Was this the sequel to Osmosis Jones?
Osmosis Jones.
He's got to take that red pill, man. Some of that Drix.
But yes, Parasite Girl Sauna needs to be at least like a 6 episode anime.
Yeah, I would agree, man. Like, I've seen the first chapter, and like, it's pretty damn crazy. It is pretty insane. Like, was there anything else, or like, was there any Nui that you were wanting to become anime? Nui?
Oh shit! Sorry.
Any manga you want to become anime at all?
Yes, actually I do. I was thinking really hard, and I just like.
Let's see, Crossbone Gundam, Victory
Yes.
Gundam.
Yes,
Exactly.
I would.
Fucking Crossbone Gundam. The first, the second, and they're currently working on Ghost right now, which hasn't seen any development lately, but it's
Well,
really good.
From what I understand, Bandai, before they decided to go under, was actually supposed to put out Crossbone, or at least get to that. Because I heard that they're supposed to put out Victory also.
Oh, Victory's already out. I mean, they need to put out Victory side story, yes, but
Yeah, the Victory side story.
there's all these other fucking mangas about Gundam. Like, really, this should be made into an anime. Seriously?
Dude, man, there's a lot of them.
To be honest with you, I blame Tomino on that half.
Like seriously, oh, we're gonna make this new one that's based after Universal Century. Whoa! What about the fuckers that've been written on that's been done in manga? I want them first.
Yeah, is kind of true, man. Because
Well, I mean, we do have Origin coming out, so.
We're getting a little screwed over Origin, if you didn't notice.
Yeah, we are. Yeah, it's fucking stupid.
A 4-episode prequel, that's what it was.
Yeah, like it's pretty much like a 4-episode prequel, which like, what do you call it? Isn't bad. I like prequels a lot, but here's the thing: is that we're not even gonna get into the freaking actual.
The first battle.
Yeah, man, the first battle or thing until like probably like mid episode 3 or late episode 3.
The manga has 7 volumes out now. You're telling me they won't go beyond 4 episodos?
Yeah, man.
Oh shit.
That's fucking bullshit.
Timmy, the manga is what do you call it? It's it just goes off how Gundam goes off, but at a different standpoint. They're just doing like a prequel.
Yeah, exactly. So we probably won't even get an actual adaptation of it until probably another like 3 or 4 years.
Dumb.
Yeah. And another Gundam series,
makes me not want to watch Recognista, whatever the hell it was called.
Well, Recognista looks from what I've seen, man, the mecha designs look really fucking weird. But the main Gundam though looks actually pretty decent. But I'm gonna have to watch it to actually really see if I'm gonna like it or not. But it seems like it might be okay.
You know what? I just want that one Gundam series that is so fucked up that everyone's gonna be like, "What the fuck just happened?" Like Elfen Life.
Oh man, that show's fucking dark.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking dark. We need a dark Gundam series. Because, it's like, it's a big franchise. Like, hey, we need that dark one. We need that dark series going on. So that everybody will know. No, it wasn't dark enough.
You know what we need more of? More of the actual battles of like the 1 Year War and stuff like that, to where well, like, I'm sure you guys get tired of hearing me talk about this, but yeah, I want to see more side stories of like the 8th MS team and stuff, and what goes on during that time frame, because there's a lot of different stuff, especially on like the Xeon side and stuff.
Yeah, I
That's
agree.
really fucking interesting, and we never really hear that much about.
Like, seriously, I am done hearing the good guys fucking winning. I want to see some bad guys win for once. It's just kind of like, this is fucking bland. Predictable.
But like, what do you call it? I think one anime that I would really like to see, or one manga I'd really like to see, is Derek, help me out here. It's the one to where the one girl is like the main like character in the manga, and pretty much she's like a failure and shit in like the Federation, and everyone like like makes fun of her and shit, and she takes a training Zaku out and goes to the fucking Xeon side.
Yeah, give me a second. I'm gonna look that up actually, because I was like, oh fuck, I can't remember.
But yeah, like,
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, like that's a pretty old manga. That came out in like 2003 or 2004, I think, and that seemed pretty damn interesting.
Personally, I kind of, for a lot of the stuff that's going on with Gundam, I mean, I personally blame not only Tomino, but I also blame the company. I mean, they're just kind of, right now they're just milking this franchise dry, and it's the cow that's been beaten to death one too many times.
Found it.
Well, the thing is that like no matter how many times it's going to be beat, it's still going to be around, because it's like one of those series that revolutionized anime, so it's never going to go away. Just like how like Sailor Moon will never go away.
Well, I mean Gundam though, it's had so many different spin-offs and just so many different things, so many different parts of this story that eventually they're just going to run out of ideas.
I don't know, man. They have a lot.
Either that or Tomino's gonna die. I'm pretty sure, as bad as that sounds, that may come before they run out of ideas for Gundam.
All I know is that I want some more Gundam that's like 8th MS team, dude. I love that guerrilla warfare style. It's fucking awesome.
Hey, I'm sending you this, man. Just tell me if this is it, because I can't fucking pronounce it. Oh, god damn it. Twitter, stop being gay.
But, I mean, I guess with that, we'll move on to our final thoughts.
Alright. And my final thought goes back to episode 3 of Jinsei.
Yes, that's right, Derek. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
And mostly, it's... Why is this one of those shows that there's actually, as of now, only one group subbing it? This is no different from the Chronicles of the Going Home Club. The only thing is that there's writing on signs in this. This subgroup that is subbing this is one of the main problems with this series.
Who's the subgroup?
It is, as of right now, it is just FFF subs.
Oh, you mean triple F subs?
Yeah.
I'm like triple F isn't really bad, but if there's a show that's not really that popular, then they, from what I've seen, they won't hardly do anything with it.
Well, they sit on their ass with this show because first off, it comes out on Sundays, but they don't get a release of it until Tuesday for the first 2 episodes because typesetting, because it takes them that long to actually sub the signs that the characters just say what are on the signs anyway, so you can skip that. But then all of a sudden, episode 3 comes along. Tuesday, there's nothing. All of a sudden, on Wednesday, we find out, they're like, Oh yeah. Taking an exam, so we're gonna hold off on this for a while. Or wait, no, they said that on Tuesday. Finally, Thursday comes around, and they're just like, we promise we'll have Jinsei out before we release Trains, what they call Rail Wars.
Really? Come on now.
Choo choo,
And then,
motherfucker.
next thing you know, Rail Wars Episode 4 comes out. Or, yeah, they're at Episode 4, right?
Yeah.
Because this isn't what I'm watching. So, they release the latest episode of Rail Wars
Good episode.
without releasing Jinsei first. Finally, about midnight on Friday, they're like, oh, yeah, here you guys go. Take it.
I can understand your frustration.
But why is it that this is the only group subbing this anime?
I don't know, man.
There's nothing wrong with it as far as a difficulty besides for this typesetting that at most points can be disregarded because of the fact that the characters speak the lines anyway.
Right.
Where is horrible subs with this?
I think they only do like really, really popular shows or shows that are doing really good. I don't know.
Week 2 we had 2 subgroups doing this. There's also Dope Subs.
Never heard of them. Well, I think I may have seen them, but I don't use them.
They, apparently from what I've heard, they are horrible.
Well, I'm a man. I hear that from everybody. Everyone is always like, man, these guys suck. These guys suck.
This group actually has there is a consensus that this group is shit. But the thing that pisses me off is that it seems like there's no loyalty to a show that people consider mediocre. Even though there's still a small group of people that are like, okay, I want to see this before the next episode comes out in Japan.
Right.
Summer is here.
If you are going to add an anime to your subbing, commit to that anime. Don't just take a shit on it like it's something that nobody's watching.
Because everybody watches everything.
Exactly.
At least one thing.
Summer is here, and it's
What the
Wow.
f- is that?
Man, who the hell keeps hitting the Arizona ad on Mal?
I'm not on Mal, so
I'm not. Was it you, Lane?
Nope.
Hold on here. Let me. Dude, man, I'm not even on Mal.
Moving on.
So,
Okay, sorry.
anyway, though, my final thought, though, is that subgroups really need to put more pride in what they release and actually stick to their commitments with anime. If you're going to release it every Tuesday, release it every Tuesday. Don't give me shit as to why it's coming out on a Friday, 2 days before the next episode is supposed to air. And that is my final thought.
Okay. Let me see here. My final thoughts. Oh, the Mal population, and it's like to or not or well, it's how should I say it? Instead of being bitchy, they're actually kind of agreeing with one another about Mahoka for the last like 4 episodes, which is great. Because now I don't have to listen to everyone whine and cry, bitch and moan about Tatsuya. Because now everyone's all like, oh, great, man, we get to really see him fight, man. Like, he's really a badass. It's like, well, you've been saying this the entire time and saying that he's completely OP, but now all of a sudden when he starts fighting and getting involved, you actually start to support him? I don't see that. I don't see it. So, so I was a little bit surprised.
Western fan base.
Yep. So, let's see, what else was there? I think there's still some people hating on Train Wars, which or not Train Wars, but Rail Wars.
Choo choo, motherfucker.
Everyone's still, or not everyone, but like half the people are still on the, not really the hate train, but they're all like, this show's so dumb that it's entertaining, and I'm all like, man, this show's pretty damn entertaining, man. I think it is, and you know, man, that's what it's supposed to do, and people are just shitting on it some, and so, man, that doesn't surprise me. It's Mal. If it's not something that's like godly, then it's nothing good. I believe that's my little rant for today. On to you, Pervy, or
yeah. I actually do have a final thought. This came up thanks to Nui posting something to us over Twitter. Okay, this is actually con related. I like the idea. You know, a group of people are always sitting out in the hallways, like a group of friends or something. You know, they start singing like random anime songs. You know, you'll hear the Pokemon theme song or the Poke Rap or Digimon or something. You'll hear something anime related that they're sitting around singing together as a group. Good Lord, please stay away from the Frozen music. Seriously. So far, I've heard it at Comic-Con. I do not want to hear it again. I'm sick of hearing about this stupid movie. I'm sick of hearing about it, hearing the songs for it. I'm frankly sick of this thing. I wish it was never made. The person who made that movie should be taken out back and beaten with a stick. Walt Disney himself should come back from the grave and beat him with a stick. I know they're hiding his frozen body under Space Mountain somewhere.
Well, the one thing I'm kind of and the one thing that I'm kind of tired of seeing is friggin' like not Jack and the Beanstalk, but like what's it called, to where the one dude's like Mr. Freeze or something like that, or Jack Frost or something.
Oh, Rise of the Guardians.
Yeah, I'm tired of seeing shit from that. Guys,
yeah,
I'm sorry, it's not anime.
Yeah, specifically like Jack Frost is like.
Oh my
I know
God.
that was a good movie and all, but can we kind of like move away from that now? That movie's over. That movie's gone. And that's kind of with Frozen 2. That movie's over. That movie is gone. It needs to stop being popular. So
can we stop merging it with our anime?
Can we just stop cosplaying as, those characters in general? I mean, if you're going to cosplay, Adam Baldwin Santa Claus, that's cool and all because, Santa Claus was Russian and badass in that movie, but kind of save it for like the winter cons. Don't do it during summer. Can we just have it like a specific time of the year to where these cosplays? I understand a lot of people that do these cosplays are Tumblr fanatics, and there's always talk of all these things on Tumblr because no one knows anything good on Tumblr. But I just want people to get away from singing anything from Frozen or anything, kind of Frozen related at cons because I can't stand it because that movie was too overhyped. And from what I've heard, it's not that good, but apparently it's gotten popular enough, so
it's popular with the mainstream Western people.
Let's just move on, find something new to sing. Hell, go back in time, sing To Be a Man from fucking Mulan. I don't care, as long as it's not Frozen, okay? So let's just move on from this, forget about Frozen.
To be a man.
And let's just get on with our convention and not have to worry about it, because...
The only acceptable non-anime cosplay is dressing up like Nicolas Cage in a bear suit. That is it.
I would pay somebody money to do that.
I'll do it.
What's going on here?
Wait. We'll just have to
Man.
we'll have to recreate the scene while we're on the boat and a fucking truck takes out a little girl.
Boom.
Seriously, that's fucking awesome.
Good stuff with Nicolas
That's-
Cage.
That's my rant.
Do you have anything, Newey?
Yes, for all those haters out there. I know it's Sword Art Online, but shut up and watch season 2 because it's fucking awesome. It's better than the first one, I gotta agree. I just hope it doesn't do a fucking, what do you call it? A skip like they did in the first one, where they have the 2 parts and it.
So, tell me how many times Kirito has been like, Asuna!
Not really. It's us and it's like, really, you leaving? He's like, don't worry. I'll be back. I'm just gonna go check out this game. He hasn't really been doing any of that lately. They're actually dating for once, and I have a feeling that
So he
Kirito.
grew a pair.
Yeah,
So-
I have get
So,
this.
This is what you're saying. Every 12 episodes or so, Kirito goes from having balls to losing them to getting them back again.
That was in the first one.
I'm saying, now he has them back again.
Well, yeah, pretty much. But I'm watching it and stuff. This one other chick, there's other character in there. She has like the most fucking bizarre problem. She cannot fucking handle a gun for dear life because of in real life. If she picks it up, she'll fucking get sick to her stomach and fucking go nuts. Like she'll fucking football tackle everybody out of the way just to use the toilet.
What the fuck?
Like, seriously, man. But she's in the game. She's cool with it because they show. I think it was in episode 2 or 2.
I think they're making fun of all the gun nuts that are saying that like guns are bad.
Well, when she was a little kid, this bank or whatever was gonna get robbed. This dude's like, I'm gonna shoot her. He was gonna shoot her fucking mother. So any little kid would, well, not any little kid I would do, but this kid, her out of the whole flock, just fucking attacked the guy. Managed to grab his gun, shot the fucker by accident. Got shot again at just her being scared. He's like, oh, and he's like, I'm gonna get that gun for you, and put one between his eyes. Her mother wasn't scared at the fact that the guy that got fucking murdered. She was just horrified that her daughter did it. And that's what caused this whole issue to have gunnophobia or whatever. I was like, oh, okay.
So then self-defense leads to people crying that the one guy died.
Well, remember, she was like a little girl, like, just like, what the fuck just happened? Everybody's freaking out. I'm like, what? Shit happens. I mean, come on. I'm like, have you seen fucking Fate Zero? Shit, pretty questionable shit, actually. Much darker than this, but yeah. He goes in, and I read the manga, but still, I like that. I like the anime so far. This fucker had the shittiest thing that happened to his character when he reformatted it over to Gunga Online. Everybody thinks he's a fucking chick.
Are there any women in there with boobs?
Shit. Besides this one chick that just has just revealing, not really much boobs, but she's pretty much revealing. But other than that, I haven't seen anybody so far because I'm only in episode 3.
I was gonna say, like, I'm talking like boob sizes beyond like a C. Is there any that are C's or higher?
No, I haven't seen any besides the one chick from part 2 of first season.
Stupid.
Yes, it's quite stupid, but it's. I like it so far. I'm liking no more swordplay. It's got guns involved with it now. I'm like, oh my god, something fucking going beyond the boundaries from fucking .hack finally. Oh my god, guns involved. I'm happy. Like, Amos, I swear to God, I saw this one character in here that represented you because he had a fucking minigun.
Whoa. We're trying to rob a bank here. Let's use our code names.
Oh, sorry. I forgot because I don't give a fuck.
Well, he's
But
been
you-
calling him out all day, so it's just return a favor.
Yeah, pretty much. But yeah. You want me to say all your names then?
Well, I haven't been calling you out, so.
Joseph. Lane. Oh, yeah, I use your real name, Timmy. Your real name.
Vagina. Wet
What?
vagina.
What the fuck?
Fucking
Yeah. Okay. But that pretty much what I got.
turd in the punch bowl.
Hey. Don't be hating. It's just Kool-Aid.
It's just Kool-Aid.
Grape Kool-Aid.
Oh, you know what? Somebody just told me there's this place that served Mexican and fucking black people's food. I was like, what the fuck is this? I thought it was like, this can't be Chino Banditos. What the fuck is this place, right? And he's like, yeah, I bet. He didn't tell me what the name was, but he said they serve Kool-Aid there too. I'm like, what the fuck? I gotta find out what this place is because we are fucking going.
And is that it for everyone, pretty much?
Yes.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right, guys. That's pretty much gonna be it. Make sure to follow me at Hung Like a Zombie.
Follow me at PervyFatman.
Harami Nui 12.
Follow me at Phoenix Otaku and be sure to catch episode 2 of The Problem with Phoenix Comic Con and follow the main account for us at the MSDF. Just go into the search bar and type in MSDF and look for the picture of of Sailor Moon telling Madoka she's back. This has been the MSDF LiveCast, and remember, life is full of shitty anime, but if Skeletor says it's bad, it might actually be pretty good.